Hey, it's Randy Miles. I am with Mansa Musa from moneysmartlife.org. We're in a home buying series that people are responding to, Mansa. Last week we talked about multi-generational housing, and there were some people who tweeted me and said that they needed to hear that. And today we're going to talk about something else that someone may need to hear today.
Yeah, well, we are talking on our home buyer timeline. We're still in the I think I want to buy a house stage. This preparation
Right?
is always good. And today we're going to talk about the landlord tenant relationship. If
Hmm.
you're renting right now, or if you're deciding that you don't want to be a homeowner and you're going to rent long term, which is a viable option, let's talk about that relationship and how it can help you in buying a house.
Hmm.
Number one, the thing to remember is it is a relationship between you and your landlord, whether it's a management company or an individual. There's a person there, and it's a long term relationship that has high impact on your life.
Yeah, it does.
Right. So you want to value that relationship and keep that in mind that there's give and take. Now, as far as the tenant responsibilities, I'm not going to go over all of them that are in Michigan law, but let's just hit a couple of highlights. Number one, you're responsible to pay your rent on time.
That's
And if you're not able
number
to
one.
do, yeah, number one, right. And if you're not able to do that, add the appropriate late fee. You're entitled to quiet enjoyment of your property. Doesn't mean you can't make any noise ever, but your landlord can't be interrupting you and you can't be interrupting other people around you with other tenants and things like that. Under tenant responsibilities, this one is not popular, but improve the property at your expense with your landlord's approval. If
Mm.
you want a ceiling fan, it's not your landlord's responsibility to put a ceiling fan in for you. And some landlords will do it and then they'll raise your rent when they do.
Yes.
So if you're renting a house and you want a rose bush in a certain spot, just ask permission and go ahead and do it. It's not your landlord's responsibility. Let's talk about the landlord's responsibilities quickly. And that's to provide you with a habitable living space, regardless of your payment status. If you're
Hmm.
behind on your rent, your landlord can't turn off your utilities or interrupt your quiet enjoyment. They have to provide that as well. Now, the other thing you need to do is to make your rent payment history part of your credit report.
Yeah.
You pay your rent month after month, and this is true of utility bills too. And a
Hmm.
lot of times that's not reported on your credit report. Well,
Right.
that's not really helping you, especially if we're looking to buy a house and we want to show a solid payment history. They'll check your rent history, but once again, it doesn't affect your credit score. If you have little or no credit history, or you've got, like I was at some point in my life, where I made my rent payment every month, but some other things were slipping. It's good news to get that making your rent payment every month on your credit report. Your landlord has to be willing to participate. If you are working with a management company, ask them, do they report to the credit bureau? They might do it. They only do it when there's bad news. Have them do it when there's good news. So,
That is great advice. Well, you can get all our information on moneysmartlife.org. Also on my website for the archives, takecontroltuesday.com. Thanks, Mansa.
thank you.